Hey, Eva, ProWebWriter.com, coming at you live from Evil Tuna Headquarters from the Southside Winston-Salem. I'm excited today, y'all. All right, so let's get started. This is episode 4 of the show. Still doesn't really have a name. Just kind of keywording it with my website, which we'll figure it out. Here's our, I always give you the, it's bigger again. Sorry, lots to cover. All right. So let's get started. I have some better video equipment, like a camera that's not my webcam attached to my laptop and some things like that I might explore in the future. I'm actually expecting a phone call this morning, have been all week, and I bet that'll probably come while I'm talking to y'all. So I almost used my tripod and stuff today so I could pause in the event that does happen, but I also thought that I might want to share my screen. I wasn't sure, so we'll just roll with it. This is the cost of doing things live. First, I wanted to give a little report on my book sales and whatnot. In case you haven't been watching, which I think I got no views on my show last week, I'm following a fellow by the name of Jason Brock, who's doing pretty well with Kindle publishing. And so what I did was I published a few books. Now I haven't kept with my goal. I already had some books on Kindle. I had some fiction, some nonfiction. I really lean towards nonfiction writing anyway, so Kindle publishing and doing it with a plan to profit from it really works well for me. But my original goal was to take a month, and I started, I believe, around the 20th of February, and try to do 10% of what Jason does. Jason makes to the tune of $18,000 to $20,000 per month with Kindle publishing, and I figured, hey, if I could do 10% of that, that'd be great. So he publishes about 5 books a week. I set out to do 2, which was way too much, and I about did myself in the first week. So I haven't published a book in just about a week, because if you watch my previous shows, you'll see that I had a little bit of trouble as well. Or past that, I got my books up every, running the free promo on the second one right now. The first one has sold this month 2 copies. The other thing I wanted to mention is I have a new kitten, so she will likely make a debut and make this difficult for us. So anyway, the first book, the free promo, ended up with 193 downloads, which is not astronomical, but the niche that book is in is not huge either. It's nothing like, when I did my cookbook, I got, in 48 hours, got more than 1,500 downloads. I ran both of these for 5 days. According to Jason, that's what he suggests to do, that if you just do the whole 5 days for your first 90 days of your Kindle Select program, that it gives your book more momentum. And apparently these two needed all that they could get. I will just go ahead and say they're in the conspiracy theory niche, which is I won't say that it's wildly popular or anything like that, but it has its following. So I thought that they might do well, since there's not, like a ton of writers working in that niche. There's not a ton of people out there, producing content in that area. They would do fairly well, but 193 downloads on the free promo. That book has sold two so far, and then the second one has around 160 to 180 downloads for the 5-day free promo, and that's going to go off today. And it did sell 1 copy before it went on promo, but that was probably like one of my friends or something. Something else that I also did with the second book that I had never done before was post it to a few subreddits on reddit.com to promote it a little bit, which I haven't really seen a lot of a big result for that for those of you that don't know about Reddit, it's they call themselves the front page of the internet, and it's kind of a place where you can share links and pictures, and sometimes it can get a little bit rough around the edges. They pretty much have a subreddit for everything. So it's like reddit.com, and in the little sections of their website for different things like, you know, Kindle publishing, and just they have a subreddit for almost everything that you can possibly think of. All you have to do is go to reddit.com and type in the search, and they'll come up in the search, and you can subscribe to them, and then when you go to Reddit, they'll appear on your front page and you can read. It's kind of like message boards meets a news aggregator type of a thing. It's interesting. So anyway, I did post it there. I really didn't see. Reddit gets a ton of traffic. I mean, a ton, but obviously not in their Kindle promo place. Most of the time, the thing that I have come to find is if you're trying to promote a book, all of the places that you can use to promote a book are just, all the traffic there is other people trying to promote their books. Like, as far as I'm concerned, the best way to promote your book is to just to let Amazon send out their little emails and things. And I think that'll be a theme for an upcoming show, is really how to publish your book and utilize all of the sections in where you upload your book. Utilize all of those sections so that you get the full array of promotion from Amazon, because like my books, they're series. So when I published the second one and it went on free promo, all the people that are downloading my book are receiving the emails about the other books in the series, and I'm not doing that. Amazon does that. Excuse me a lot. That wasn't a burp. It was just like something happening. I drank coffee in the morning, and that was like something down in my tummy. You know, hey, I thought I'm going to share myself, and I'm going to share my methods with you. I might as well share my bodily functions. I'm human. You can see. So moving on. So that's pretty much the report on my book sales. Nothing astronomical yet, but I do foresee that the books will they're pretty much evergreen content, and if you don't know what evergreen content is, that is content that doesn't ever get old. It's not information that's going to change or that's constantly updating. So they're evergreen content, so I feel like they'll sell for a long time at a steady rate. So we'll just see how it goes, and I'll keep reporting on those and let you know what I'm working on. All right, so I just wanted to share this week a little more background about myself. Last year on March 31st, I worked my last day at my day job, not because, you know, I'm making so much money working from home, but what happened was I landed a job online as the social media manager for an established SEO firm. And I did that for 9 months. What that entailed was building a new, entirely new department, hiring staff, training them, and getting them some clients and putting them out there and let them, you know, make some money. And it was supposed to be a really big thing. Like the CEO of the company and I collaborated directly on it, and I mean, things were going great in the beginning. You know, he had a lot of clients coming in, and the whole reason that he had done the department in the first place and decided to give it a go was because his SEO clients were, you know, coming up and being like, you know, dude, I have to outsource to another company my social media for my clients. Why don't you, you know, open up and provide it as a service? And so he did. And I just was in the right place at the right time and came across the ad that he posted for that job, and I got it, not because I was great at, you know, SEO or anything like that, but because he was willing to give me a chance. And so I jumped in there. Things were going great. Clients could not shut up about the service. At one time I had 17 clients by myself, and that was over 100 posts a day to various social media accounts, and we handled everything from Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, LinkedIn, and we even had an Instagram thrown in there at one point. You know, and I was responsible for everything, you know, find a platform software, you know, there's software out there, you're not familiar, you know, like Hootsuite and things like that, Buffer, stuff like that. But I had to find, like, you know, the commercial version and figure out how to use it and train my people on it. You know, it was a challenge, but it changed my entire life. Like, coming home to work and leaving a job where I was basically miserable, just, it changed my whole life, and it changed every aspect of my life. You know, there was this awesome positive spillover. And then things, you know, it kind of leveled out. We stopped getting new clients. You know, I had a staff of 6 people that didn't even have anywhere near enough work to keep them going full time, and there was no new clients coming in, and everything just kind of stalled. And then at one point, early December, at one point, you know, I was approached by the CEO and the general manager, and told that, you know, I was going to have to downsize my staff because they just couldn't afford to pay out of pocket for the department anymore. So I left that company so that my staff could stay there if they wanted to and get paid. And I think they retained 2 people after I left. So that's how I got where I am. And what happened after that was, so I can burp. Not burp. That was not a burp. What happened after that was, excuse me, I went straight to oDesk. You don't know what oDesk is? It's kind of like a freelancer site where you create a profile and go in and see what kind of jobs are posted up. It's sort of like a bidding job, like freelance type site, but I haven't had any problems being able to land jobs there. The first week that I was out of work with the other place, I applied for 6 jobs and landed 3 of them right off the bat, and one of those I'm still working with, and that's since moved on off of oDesk, and she and I just work together directly, you know, straight up. So it's a great way to find clients. Like, that was always one of my things when I in the past tried to do freelance writing and that kind of stuff online. I was like, where in the world do you find clients? And then you would see these people, and they'd be like making, you know, $50 an article, and I could only find clients that, you know, wanted to pay me $1 for 500 words, and who can live off that, you know? And so I always wondered, like, where these people found clients. And I don't think oDesk is the answer, but oDesk was the answer for me. Like, I found, you set your rate, and people hire you knowing your rate, how much you want to charge. You get invited by people. People invite you to apply for their jobs. So I just wanted to throw a few tips out there, and I'll go more in depth on this maybe sometime in the future, a little thing about oDesk. I know this is kind of off topic for people in Kindle publishing and that kind of thing, but if you're trying to make it as a freelance writer of any kind, I mean, these are useful tips. So sometimes, you know, you have to make money to be able to make money. So if you're looking for ways to fund your writing career and be able to stay home and still have money coming in and things like that, oDesk can get it done for you. And actually, over on ProWebWriter, I have one of my other websites, I have an article, and I'll link to that in the description. I have an article about how to quit your job in 3 easy steps. So here's my oDesk tips on the quick. Okay. Have an American sounding name, because there's a ton of overseas people on oDesk and other sites like it, like Elance, Guru. There's a ton of these sites. Have an American sounding name, because the overseas people haven't really figured out that It's easier if you have somebody that's looking for like a native English speaker for a writing project or something like that, that it's easier to land those jobs if your name's not like, you know, I don't want to say a name out loud and then somebody think that I'm like profiling or like being racist or anything, but you know what I mean. Anyway, let's see, put a few things in your portfolio. In your profile, there's a section where you put portfolio items with big images and everything. Go ahead and put a few things in there because that looks nice. And when somebody hovers their mouse on your name after you've applied for their job, they can see how many items are in your portfolio. Take tests. There's free tests on this site. You can go and take as many as you want to, and they show on your profile. And like I have some really cool ones, you know, like if you're applying for writing jobs, if you've tested in English and all that stuff and you've scored high in that, it looks really good if that's the type of job you're applying for. And they have other, you know, Photoshop, they have all kinds of tests. I'd say at least 5 tests. Again, when they hover over your name when you apply for their job, they see how many portfolio items you have and how many tests you've taken. And fill everything in your portfolio out. I've had decent luck with that. So if you notice this week, I'm just kind of folding these back instead of throwing them away because I'm afraid the phone's going to ring and I'm going to have to do all this over. I hope not. Y'all might just have to suffer through my phone call. Sorry. All right. I'll put in the description how much time you need to skip because I'm a professional YouTuber, y'all. All right. Let's see. More recently, as in last week, I decided to fill out my schedule a little bit more. So I applied for a bunch of jobs, and the phone call I'm waiting on, I may be getting a new full-ish time job. So we'll see what's going on, like out of the house type job. So yeah. So let's talk about why I'm doing this show in the first place. I got this idea from, and I did a shout out to her a couple weeks ago. Shelly Palmer channel's The Real Shelly Palmer. Look her up. She's an author out of Hartville, Ohio, and she followed me on Twitter. I followed her. I'm not sure which way that went, but I saw where she had linked to her videos in there. She, you know, she does a little weekly thing on Thursdays. She's out right now. I think she's having some surgery or something. But anyway, she was doing a little thing like on Thursday evenings, and she would just sit there for like 45 minutes and talk about her writing and, you know, things like that are going on with her writing, and it really added a lot of credibility to her. And so I thought, you know, maybe this would do that for me with my website. I don't get a ton of traffic on my website. I don't, you know, I've got a little struggling membership site and set of forums and things like that over at ProWebWriter.com, you know, and I thought this would help add credibility to, you know, build my credibility as an authority in this whole Kindle publishing thing. Basically what I've done is built a website where that's supposed to be a community for writers where, you know, I can share my knowledge and expertise and things like that, and have a rather eclectic skill set as well as range of interests, which is, you'll see if you look at any of my blog or categories or anything like that, you'll see that that is the case. And I want to share that with people. I have a, you know, some knowledge and how to and things like that, where I might be able to help you out where you fall short, and maybe you can help me out. I mean, maybe you know how to do video introductions, or you're really good at naming channels, you know, something like that. So just kind of looking for, you know, like a trade-off situation. And more than that, I'm really looking to be able to network with other writers. I mean, you know, 2 heads are better than 1. So the cats are trying to make a cameo here. Y'all, please don't do this right now. Anyway, so that's why I'm doing this whole web show thing. The heart of this week's episode, though, is what is going on over at ProWebWriter. I thought I would throw you a little background. It's not that interesting. No, this is really that interesting. unless you're a writer that, you know, is looking to network and build something. And that's me. So I started this website in 2010. I believe it was February of 2010 as a portfolio website because I was hunting for jobs at the time. Excuse me. And eventually that changed into a community for writers after I was employed full-time. And, you know, I wrote, excuse me, little articles here and there and stuff like that on the website, and eventually installed some forums and that kind of thing. And you know, it kind of all just, nothing happened. So I eventually took the forums down. The site just sat there for a while, with, you know, just occasional updates because I worked full time and hadn't found a way to be a writer. You know, for 2.5 years, I worked out in Vegas as a technical writer for a large equipment rental company. And so I have worked professionally as a writer. And once that job was gone, and I moved back to North Carolina, which is where I'm from, you know, it kind of ripped a big part of my identity from me. So it was a lot of clambering around trying to figure out what to do and where to be. And, you know, there's just not there's not a lot of writing jobs in North Carolina unless you make them for yourself. And that's what we're doing here. If you don't like where you are in your life, if you don't like where you're working, what you're doing, you are the only one that can change that. And that's what's going on here. So most recently, I've launched a membership site, which, yes, there's a charge to be a member, but it's not a ton of money. And there's new forums, the ProWebWriter forums over there. If you type in, excuse you, that is my leg, cat. If you type ProWebWriter into your, lost my train of thought now. If you type ProWebWriter into your address bar of your favorite browser and head over, you'll see right at the top in the navigation, members and everything that I do and all the information and what I'm trying to make happen. You'll even see my I think first episodes 2 and 3 of this web show there. So now I might have jumped the gun a bit, but with the whole membership site and all this stuff, but I came across an article and it said, you know, do it before you think you're ready. If you're thinking about doing a membership site, do it before you think you're ready. So I did. And in addition to that, I've launched the self-publishing service and a website service where I can help you. If you're new to Kindle publishing, I can help you do that. I also can help you get on the iBook store, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, Scribd, Page Foundry, and some others. Tolino, I think. Tolino is a European, the biggest English European ebook market. So, but yeah, I know how to help you get on all those sites. I can help you with your website. And like I said, ProWebWriter, take a look at it. You know, it's a little busy over there, but if you're looking for just like a simple site, I can help you put together a WordPress site. I know how to get your whateveryouwant.com. I know how to do all those things. I know which plugins to use in WordPress to make your site fantastic. Yes. I wanted to touch on the epic giveaway that is going on over at ProWebWriter right now. And that's right on the front page, the home page. When you type that in your address bar, ProWebWriter.com, you'll see it right up in the corner. It says epic giveaway. Top left corner, right under the menu. Click the link there, check it out. There are 10, count them, 10 lifetime memberships being given away for the membership site right now. That means that you can get in on the membership site free and never pay for it ever. 10. There's 10 of them. They're all available. Get over there and claim one, because you're going to want to be a part of it. I'm telling you, it's going to turn into a leading writer community on the internet. So, and you can help build it from the ground up. 10 lifetime, never pay a cent. Get right in there and let's do it. Come help me build something great. If you're an author, if you're a writer, come help me build something great. I will help you. We can talk. If you need a website, we can talk about that. All of the stuff. I want 10 people that I can help you build your brand, your platform, your website. You help me build a place where writers gather at ProWebWriter.com. I need 10 of you. Be serious. Want to participate in the forums when you have time. I want to pick your brain. Come pick mine. Open invitation for 10 people. That's my epic giveaway. So basically, I've already gone over what I can do for you, but just to reiterate, if you need help with a website, I got you covered. You're looking to build your platform, and by platform I mean website, social media, all that. I can help you do it. And if there's somebody out there that is trying to charge you, thousands of dollars for your own Facebook page, that is just dumb. Facebook pages are free to create. Facebook groups are free to create. There's somebody out there that's trying to charge you for that, you're getting ripped off. Okay, just want to cover that. Help you build your platform, your brand. I can consult with you. Those 10 people get everything I know free of charge. But I'm gonna expect something from you as well. I need you to help me build my community, and I'm gonna be looking for people that can help me promote my community as well. So yeah, consulting, and then the book publishing. So if you're new to Kindle publishing, if you've never done it before and you're ready to get started but you don't know where to start, you want to be one of these 10 people, because we'll get your book out there. Okay. So let's see what we got. So yeah, I got the paid membership site there. It's right around $15 initial investment, and then I think it's $2.99 per month after that. So yeah, there's paid members there, but all of the forums are free, and the articles that I've written there are free. So I want to help you. I want to help you get where you want to be. So come claim your spot today. Do it today. Why wait? Up next week, people. Here's what's going to be happening on WebShow next week. We'll go over the book writing process. We'll talk about how to fill in those fields, and I guess next week we will do screen share. Talk about how to fill in those fields so that you're taking advantage of the full range of promotional opportunities you can get from Amazon and Kindle. Let's see, book writing process, formatting for Kindle. We'll touch on that as well. It is so much easier than you think. If you have something that's already written, you could format it in a day for Kindle, and probably in a couple hours. Honest. All right. So we're going to be opening this up for y'all. It's open to you and for you. The place where writers gather. So come and join us today, or join me. It's just me. I don't know what this us stuff is. It's just me. I bet y'all are tired of me scratching these papers on the desk. See why I throw them away as I go along. I guess I can do that now. I have one more tiny thing to cover. Hold on one second. All right. Y'all bored to tears. I am sorry. I'm just trying to help here. This will get better. Maybe. Just be glad I have these. Remember last week I tried to do one without them and it was terrible. All right, so the last thing I want to cover, and if you're a writer and author that's not really trying to make money as a freelance writer or anything like that, because we cover it all over at ProWebWriter, and writing for the web is how I started out. So freelance writing is interesting to me, and writing for the web in general. So I've kind of taken my nonfiction skills and just kind of spilled over into books. So I wanted to cover this website. Now this, I'm gonna have to hold it up so you can see it. This is like, see it? It's a webcam. I mean, it's on a stand. Nothing too special. But I did want to say that this is like the 2015 version of the overhead projector. It's actually a document camera. But why am I showing you this? If you're interested in making money online and you're just starting out and you're kind of doing like the freelance writing type of thing and all of that stuff, you're trying to fill in your gaps as far as money and that kind of thing, go to usertesting.com and apply. If you're interested in testing out websites, mobile sites, mobile apps, if you have a tablet, an iPad, an iPhone, Android computer, Roku box, all of the above. If you're interested in running tests to the tune of 10 to 15 bucks a piece, they take about 15 minutes, and altogether it's about 20 minutes to upload the video when you're done. If you're interested in doing any of that, head over to usertesting.com, and I'll put the link in the description. What links is that here so far? I had that one article I mentioned. I'm at my other website. Really to write this stuff down so I don't forget it. That one, and then I'll link to user testing in the description box. Go over and apply if you're interested in running those types of tests to the tune of 10 to 15 bucks for 20 minutes of your time. And I think it took about 3 or 4 months to get approved to be a tester. It was long enough that I had forgotten that I had filled out the application on a whim just to see if there was anything to it. And I got approved. It came over an email, and I was shocked, and I was like, oh. So I went over there and checked it out. And no lie, 10 bucks a test. They pay you exactly 1 week to the day after you take the test. So today is Wednesday, March the 11th, 2015. If I took the test today, they would pay me Wednesday. Hold on, I'm looking at the calendar. Wednesday, March the 18th, 2015. So exactly a week, and they pay you via PayPal, and it goes right in there. So they also have some of these shorter tests called peak tests that they do as well that take about 5 minutes instead of 15. So, and they pay $3. So you can do a lot of them at a time. They tend to add up. So that is that. I'm going to wrap it up, put this together for you. Don't forget, links in the description. If you want to come and claim one of those 10 spots, comment below or visit ProWebWriter and follow the instructions from the homepage. Look forward to seeing you. There's 10 whole spots. Never cost you a penny. You get started. You learn how to publish. All of it for you. Okay? So, and I'm really looking for creative people that can put some input here. What is it that you need from the site? What is it that as a writer or an author you've been looking for and haven't found? Let's make it. Let's build it. We can do it. We can do it. Let's build it. Build it, and they will come. So I'm going to wrap it up for this week. I'll catch you next Wednesday, most likely. Same bat time, same bat place. Oh, eventually, the other thing I wanted to say too was, since I'm doing these live anyway, I might in the future open them up, with the chat and all that stuff. If you're interested in that, I'd like to see some sort of comments to all of my 0 viewers out there. So yeah, because I'll invite you by email if you want to come. All right, so that's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you in the future, and have a great west of your west of your week. How about that? All right. Later.